into this Black Clover manga chapter 209, The Wish. Here we again gonna say that the demon is low-key too OP. Because this is getting kind of ridiculous now. Like, one, like they go like a few chapters ago, we figure out that when you kill this kid up to just his heart can grow a mouth and just respawn him back to life. We also figure out that he can literally move around his heart or whatever and spawn mouths all over his body. So technically, you gotta almost like finish off this kid like you would do Kid Buu, because if you leave 1 ounce of him, he's gonna come back. So again, like this kid just a little too OP.
You gonna evaporate, gang nigga.
I mean, fuck. They would pretty much have to. I mean, the only thing I see coming is like whatchamacallit, like Patri and like the first Magic Emperor. I feel like they gonna pull out some like OP like random finish move, considering this is like starting to wrap up and everything. Because it sounds like Yuno and Asta. At first, I thought Yuno and Asta would be able to pull it out, just them two. But after that last combo, I was like, yeah, they definitely gonna need help. So
I mean, I think Yuno and Asta will be the ones to kill him. But the first Emperor and the Elf King or whatever, they're just gonna do something to help him out. I feel like that entire last page of the bird girl talking about how she believes in Asta, that just confirms that Asta's gonna be the one, pretty much, to kill the demon.
Oh no! As far as like the final move, I see that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, at first, I just thought that they were gonna, just body this kid just to do it, because I mean, they low key like looked ready to like, drop it on him. But now it's like, looks like they're gonna need some setup before they can actually do it. That's all.
Probably gonna get
something. I wonder what's coming after this, right? Because this kind of seemed like a finish to Black Clover, but at the same time, I think the mangaka said that this is only like 1/3 the way through or some shit like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I was thinking about that too when we were, I think me and MGG were talking about it a few episodes back. But I think the only thing that would like make sense would either be one, considering that we've only been introduced to one demon. I'm sure there's got to be others. So maybe low-key they're going to be like, oh, this demon was actually literally the weakest demon ever. Y'all got lucky as balls. Here's like our whole army that's like 5 times stronger. What y'all about to do?
So you telling me this demon right now is the Goofy? He the Goofy of the year.
I don't know. Maybe.
I quit. I'm like, hey, I'm done, y'all. I quit. Is this the nigga that make fun of? Go home.
I mean, you never know, man. It's either like a whole squad of demons is gonna show up after this, or we were talking about the other kingdoms themselves. Like from Buddy, from the like the what do they call the Diamond Kingdom, I think, like where like those random mother effers were trying to like run up on the Clover Kingdom one time. They could like introduce other kingdoms. And then other kingdoms be low-key OP too. And then like
the other kingdoms get bodied though by them.
No, I mean they did. I'm just saying like maybe there's like a low-key like kingdom out there that's just been like hiding really strong mother effers. And they just thought everything was foolish because they weren't about it. So maybe now, something's gonna come up where we gotta murk the Clover Kingdom. So that's like their new, arc or whatever. Pretty much like Fairy Tail, low key, if you think about it. Because what's his face?
There are some similarities. That's
right. Like right after I forgot the trigger, but there was a trigger that pretty much sparked the whole kingdom running up. And it turns out this whole kingdom just got monsters on squad. So I mean, it can low-key kind of like follow that formula a little bit too.
I mean, they can still go higher, like that's always the shonen trope. They could go higher. Like, oh, what's stronger than a demon? A god, right? Niggas could box gods. There's clearly other countries like the land of the rising sun, where the fuck Yami from, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could completely expand this world and be like, yeah, y'all thought this was strong, but this not strong, you know.
Right.
Or it'd be lit like a world wizard tournament. That'd be fire.
Interesting. Huh. So it literally brings in so yeah, that'd be the trigger. That pretty much brings in like everybody.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, and of course at the end they have to deal with like the demon, I feel like in Asta itself. That'll come up eventually. That'll probably be like an arc itself.
No, low key, don't forget though, dudes. Like they were saying that Asta is nothing. Like at first, there was that theory about him like being low-key demon, but I think they confirmed that that's false. That he's literally just an unlucky human that was born without magic.
That's what I'm saying. He still has a demon, like the power, the demon power or whatever. So I'm saying that whoever's actual grimoire that is, the 5 Clover, book, they're probably gonna have to deal with that guy eventually. Whoever's book it is that Asta is using.
Yeah, anti-magic book guy. The guy that originally talked to him when he was got his first Black Asta form.
Okay.
That nigga seemed like a square, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna get his own arc.
Okay.
In the anime, because that's what I'll be watching. Right. In the anime, they just show Yuno do his spirit dive for the first time. And yeah, that nigga had Asta shook for 2 episodes, bro. Showed the spirit dive once, and that nigga Asta he started acting like Gordon. That nigga just was whispering everywhere.
Man, I'm telling you, like the author, I'm telling you, the author loved Yuno from the get-go, bro. Like Yuno's literally OP the entire show manga. Like he never actually low-key, did he ever take an L? Like ever? I'm trying to actually think about this. No. I don't think Yuno's never took an L. Like period.
So I will say that fighting against real boy Mortier, that was the first time I considered an L because Yuno accepted that he was definitely about to get worked. But luckily, Real was so strong, he broke his own crystal.
Yeah.
But so I'm going to count that as an L. He got a W even in his L, but that's because he technically got luck because of the 4-leaf clover.
Yeah. But he's never going to get a straight up L. It's going to be like an L with some kind of caveat or something.
Damn. I don't know. The kid was just always just too weapon strong. I mean, you could. Well, they never really get into ages as far as the other wizards go, but I mean, Yuno and Asta are, at least from what I remember, like the youngest, like wizard knights period practically, and like considering their strength, like I mean, they were captain level at what, like,
Are they like 16 now?
I would think. I mean, like, I'm trying to think of like how much time has really started since they really became Magic Knights, if you think about it, because it could have been long. I mean,
I feel like it's definitely been a year.
Right. No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's literally just been a year though, considering everything that's happened. So, I mean, we're talking about 16, 17, and their captain level. Like, the only other person who was able to do that was effing Peacock Buddy.
But if we being real right here, if we being like real about it, Asta is not captain level. He just got a hard counter to everybody, right? You get what I'm saying? Like, if his shit didn't hard counter niggas, he would be nowhere near, nowhere near any of them other niggas. Really out here with the shits. You know what I'm saying? He really captain level. Like, that nigga Asta just low-key hard counter niggas.
I mean, yes, but it's that's
like if you gave Asta,
that's tough because
you gave Asta magic and he had like a wind sword, this nigga would get bodied by like everybody.
Well, I mean, that's like you're kind of like taking away Asta's, quality of being Asta.
No, bullshit. I'm taking away his OP ass sword. I say, hey, without this sword, he could even have an OP sword. Fuck it. Let's get this nigga Yuno spirit dive. You could have Yuno spirit dive, my nigga, and you still getting bodied if you didn't have that anti-magic sword. That nigga Asta low key don't deserve to be where he at. He just hard counter every nigga. It don't matter how good a nigga with magic is, because your shit just won't disappear.
Well, I mean, like, he still got hands. Effing Yami showed him how to do the effing fuck. Forgot what it's called, but you know, like pretty much
the key shit.
What?
You talking about key, right?
Yeah, thank you. Yes. Yeah. So
I mean,
like,
go ahead.
What?
I just feel like even with Key, with all that, even if he was equally as fast, if you simply replace his anti-magic swords with like any other type of sword, it could literally be a I kill you in one hit sword. What? And that nigga Asta would get worked.
Come on, son.
Worked. 99% of his viability as captain level comes from the fact that your magic can't hit that nigga. Bro, I be watching it. Whenever a nigga got some way around Asta's sword, Asta be getting bodied. Mm-hmm. He not a wizard, bro. He not out here with this shit.
And he eventually gonna fight a nigga that doesn't have magic powers and then get bodied.
Mm-hmm. A hood nigga from the streets probably will beat the fuck out of Asta.
I don't know, man. Asta's like still like just strong on his own though, based on how much he worked out. I mean, I think this kid like headbutt a boulder into pebbles, like for real. Like,
I feel you.
So
he would beat up a lot of weak niggas like Seke. That nigga getting rocked. It don't matter if Asta got a magic sword or not. I'm just talking about captain levels. Any nigga that's a captain or captain level or higher, Asta is not comparing with them niggas without that sword. Like, Asta would not even be well, he could probably still be a Magic Knight if he didn't have that sword. Like, let's just say if you legitimately gave him all his boosts, all his stats, but switch his sword with Yuno's spirit dive and his magic spirit sword. If we being real here, even with all that power, Asta definitely not gonna be where he at.
Damn. Okay, wait, time out. Can we still give him that demon power up though too?
Hell no demon shit.
What? Okay, wait, time out. His demon, you could low key compare his demon form though to Yuno getting lucky as balls and getting effing the wind spirit on his side though. Let's not forget that.
Okay, we ain't talking about Yuno here.
But no, but what I'm saying is that though we both agree though that Yuno is captain level 2, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying like Yuno is also captain level because of said wind spirit. And I'm comparing that wind spirit to his to Asta's demon form.
Okay, I just also want to throw this out here because I was just watching this shit. Yuno did body vice captain level niggas, several niggas. Yuno bodied 3 niggas, like 3 up there tier niggas by himself without ever using the spirit shits. Like that nigga Yuno went through that Royal Knights thing, beating up every single nigga until he got to a captain and was like, all right, let me use this spirit shits. So like, I get it that spirit do take that nigga to the above level, but let's not play like Yuno really ain't with the shits, bro. He big homie out here, bro. He really is.
Yeah, I don't even think Asta was captain level until like this most recent, last chapter, I think. Before that, I don't think he was captain level.
Well, most recent being what?
Like the 2 chapters ago where he got the new sword.
Damn. Well, so you don't think he was captain level even before that?
Nah, not really.
What? Okay, I don't know. I think y'all stretching a little too much.
I don't see a single captain he beats before that.
What? I mean, give me a sec. Okay, well, what about even that like super cheap out of nowhere new captain from the what squad is that? The Purple Orcas, when like his whole thing was just defense. You don't think Asta could beat him?
Here's my thing. If we just look at it that way, like, oh yeah, then it's probably like, yeah, Asta could beat that nigga. But what I've seen from every single captain so far is like, oh, when that nigga ready to get busy, like they about to show you some shit that make you go, oh, okay, so that's why they a captain. You get what I'm saying? Like they got some shit that's like, oh, you a fast nigga with a sword that I can't stop, bro. I got some shit for that. All these captains got some shit for a nigga. And especially after niggas done seen Asta in that sword, you better believe every captain like, nah, I ain't about to get showed up like Solid Ass did at that lunch party. This broke nigga ain't about to do me like that. Like, niggas is ready for Asta, bro.
I feel we'll shelve that for now, but I low key might would want to do my research because I still think that homie's kind of at that captain level, but we can shelve that for now.
We can say that discussion for the full length.
Sure, no, that's fine. That's fine.